A great job on tonight's national anthem by the Nixa High School band out there under the direction of our good friend here at Hammonds Field, Mr. Craig Finger, getting us going on this Friday night at Hammonds Field. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Cardinals Baseball on ESPN Radio, The Jock, 96.9, 99.9 at AM 1060, as well as MILB TV and SpringfieldCardinals.com. Jeff Boggs is our producer over back at the Jock Studios on the radio side. Tyson Hathcock and Olivia Barrett, their entire production crew, handling the MILB TV broadcast for us tonight. Happy to have you along with us, however you're joining us here this evening on a perfect night at Hammonds Field. We've got another great ball game in store. Cardinals and Missions, Game 4 of the series. Final Friday night home game of this 2022 regular season. And we've got fireworks still to come as well, presented by Burrell's Be Well Community. So going to be a great Friday night here at the ballpark. Still time to come on over, catch most of the ball game if you're in the area, and stick around for our last Friday night fireworks show here in 2022. Well, Gordon Graceffo getting a couple final warm-up tosses in. The right-hander out of Cranford, New Jersey. Former Villanova Wildcat, picked just in the 2021 draft. He was a fifth rounder just last year. Selected by St. Louis. First year in full in pro ball for Graceffo. And since coming up to AA ball on May 23rd, Gordon has gone 5-4, 4.52 ERA. This is start number 17 for him in AA. 81 2/3 innings for the righty, 72 hits scattered, 44 runs, 41 of them earned, 24 walks, 67 strikeouts. And he has the ability and the tendency to dominate the opposing lineup. We have seen that multiple times throughout the year, and that has gotten him really on the prospect radar. He's in the top 100 now in all of baseball. Rated number 83 by MLB.com in all of minor league baseball. The Cardinals' number 5 prospect. So Graceffo is set to go here and opens things up against Domingo Leyba, the switch-hitting outfielder. Some big league time under his belt, 26-year-old infielder. Ready on the left side, the open stance. The game's first pitch from Graceffo. Fastball right on the outside edge. And we're off and rolling here at 6:37 p.m. 79 degrees, sunny skies, not a cloud in sight here in downtown Springfield. As the 0-1 pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Little breeze is listed at 5 miles per hour, blowing from right to left here this evening. Leyba on the left side. He's batting .268, 10 homers, 60 runs batted in on the dot. And the pitch, a high fastball just missing from Graceffo for ball 2. Our first pitch time and temperature always brought to you by Smart Rain Irrigation Systems. Smart Rain, keeping our field green while conserving water. And they have certainly done a good job at that. The field in pristine shape on this Friday as a fastball is up and away. 3-1 the count for Leyba. Incredible work of head groundskeeper Derek Edwards, Nathan Strait, our 2 full-time groundskeepers, their entire grounds crew. It is game number 130 overall. It is home game number, 67 tonight, and the field looks brand new. This is fouled back, and Graceffo's forced it full, 3-2. Gordon wears number 32 out there on the mound, 6'4", 215, just 22 years old, already in AA ball. Trying to put away Domingo Leyba, the former Diamondback, and he does with a good slider. Strike number 3 on the breaking ball by Graceffo, opening things up here with a K. So a good start for Gordon, getting Leyba, who's not easy to strike out. Just the 56th time that Domingo Leyba has struck out here and now his 92nd game of the season. 1 down, nobody on. The batter, Tirso Ornelas, left-handed swinging left fielder for San Antonio, their number 2 hitter. Graceffo rocks back and fires home. Fastball down and in for ball one. On the infield tonight for the Cardinals, it's Errol Robinson playing a shallow third currently. Shading up the middle, the shortstop Mason Wynn. Nick Dunn back deep at second base, as is Brady Whalen guarding the line at first base. Nick Raposo back there catching, taking a change by Graceffo just outside and low. So 2 balls and no strikes the count. Ornelas hitting .287 on the year, 6 home runs, 48 RBIs, 22-year-old out of Tijuana, Mexico. Graceffo fires the 2-0. Laced on a line to straightaway center field. Antico flying back, jumps up, and he reels it in. Mike Antico with a tremendous play in straightaway center field. That ball was hit 109 miles per hour, but not fast enough to get out of the range of Mike Antico. Outstanding play, going back with a leaping mid-stride catch. So put a star next to that one. Antico flashing the leather for out number 2 here in the inning. And the batter is Juan Fernandez. Even stance right side. Graceffo starts him with a good slider, whipping in for strike 1. On the outfield, it's Antico, of course, in center. Jordan Walker's got right field. Jonah Davis playing left field. Cardinals are in their teal specialty jerseys. This pitch tapped foul, strike 2. Our annual Teal in the Park night, presented by Geinka. These jerseys being auctioned off as we speak online. They will wear them again tomorrow. And the online auction is live until 10 p.m. tomorrow night, with the proceeds from the auction going to benefit our longtime partner here at Hammons Field, Geinka, GYN Cancers Alliance. 0-2 fastball is up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To bid on the jerseys, by the way, just go over to livesourceapp.com, livesourceapp.com. Click on the events tab, pick Springfield, pick Hammons Field, and you could go from there. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gordon Graceffo with a couple of strikeouts around the outstanding play by Antico. And it's a quick 1-2-3 opening inning with a scoreless start here at Hammons Field. Bottom of the first coming up next on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Mike Antico on the Cards coming up here in the bottom of the first inning. There's no score at Hammons Field. The right-hander Thomas Eshelman gets to work for San Antonio. He's 28 years old, some big league time under his belt. And he spins the first pitch of his ball game down and away, ball 1. Bottom of the first, it's Antico, Mason Wynn, Jordan Walker. And the pitch to Mike is low. Good take by the left-handed leadoff man for ball number 2. Antico just showed off the defense a moment ago with a tremendous catch in center field. With the bat, he's batting .254, 8 homers. As he takes low again for ball 3 from Eshelman. 30 runs batted in for Antico. 53 AA ball games. Stole another bag yesterday, his 24th in AA, up to 61 steals overall this year. And a fastball is zipped in right over the outside half of the plate for strike 1. So a hitter's count for Antico. He went 1 for 5 with the base hit in that steal yesterday. And this is lifted to deep right center field by Antico. Racing back is Oña from right. It's the center fielder Mears that swoops in and makes a snow cone grab out there. So Mears, the Missions center fielder, returning the favor to Mike Antico, who robbed a San Antonio batter of a hit just a moment ago. Good grab out there in deep right center. So 1 down for Mason Wynn, Cardinals number 2 batter. Right-handed shortstop. Eshelman, the righty, in his 13th AA start this year. And Wynn smacks it right back up the middle. Base hit to shallow center. Mason attacking the first pitch. And placing the single to center field. Nice piece of hitting. So here comes Jordan Walker for the first time today. One on, 1 down. Walker settling in on the right side. hitting .308, 18 home runs, 61 runs batted in. Up to 30 doubles as he takes a breaking pitch from Eshelman, bending low. Eshelman is 3-4, 4.68 ERA. 12 starts so far this year, 65 and a third innings, 84 hits, 40 runs. He's only walked 7 with 37 Ks. 1-0. It's inside, a breaking pitch. Slow curve out of the right hand of Eshelman. So the count favoring Jordan 2-0 with Wynn at first base. Only one down here in the opening inning. Mason up to 22 steals here in Double-A ball. 37 on the year. As this is fouled back by a Walker. And the count 2-1 for Jordan. Wynn is held by Juan Fernandez over there at first base. It's Domingo Leyba playing second for San Antonio with Kelvin Mele on the shortstop. Third baseman is Ethan Skender. Catcher, Yorman Rodriguez. Quick throw to first base. Mason back diving. That'll set us back up for the 2-1 here for Walker. In the outfield for San Antonio, the left fielder Tirso Ornelas with some scattered sunlight out there. Joshua Mears in center. Right fielder is Jorge Oña. 2-1 pitch. Lifted foul by Walker, sending it out over the Springnet Champions Club in right field. So the count 2-2. Walker, the number 6 prospect in all of baseball, is rated by MLB.com. Having a terrific all-around offensive season this year. And he gets time granted to him, so Jordan will step out and get himself set back up. Walker can be found really among league leaders in just about every offensive category. Here's the 2-2. Off the handle of the bat, Walker shoots it to shallow left center. It's a sliding try by Mears, but he can't reel it in. Wynn to second. He stops there. Walker is on with a base hit. Joshua Mears started back on that ball. And then after just a momentary hesitation, tried a sliding attempt in shallow left center with Jordan kind of jammed by that pitch a little bit. And it drops for a single. That is the strength that Walker has, though. Anytime he swings, the outfielders kind of have to freeze a moment, try to figure out how far it's going to travel. Typically, the answer is a long way. This time, Walker kind of drops it into medium, shallow left center. So 2 on for Brady Whalen cleaning up today. And driving the first one out of play, foul. Left field side of the stadium, down by the basketball court out there. So the count 0-1 for the 24-year-old from Vancouver, Washington. Whalen with 2 more hits yesterday, a double and a single. Scored 2 runs, drove in 1. He has been outstanding since coming up from High A Peoria, really in all facets, offensively and defensively at first base. And he gets into this to left center field. Mears on his horse, trailing back towards the track. Another sliding try comes up empty. It bounces over the wall, and it's a ground rule double for Whalen with Mason Wynn coming home. It's 1-0 Cardinals. Whalen driving it to left center. Skipping it off the warning track and up onto the berm for a 2-base hit. So Wynn is home on the play. It's 1-0 Springfield. 11th RBI for Brady Whalen, driving it the opposite way. Walker gets 2 bases on the ground rule double and is now at third. So the Cardinals have him at second and third base. There's only one down. Here's Nick Raposo. Springfield attacking here in the bottom of the first inning. And the first to the catcher. Spins a little bit low for ball number 1. Well, that ball hit by Whalen just kept carrying. Kind of the opposite of Walker's ball that died a little bit. This one, Whalen really got into it. And I think it might have been another tough read for Mears out there in center, as this is right in there. Strike one. Now, I'm not sure if Mears would have been able to get there even with a perfect read, but he might have not necessarily picked up off the bat that ball was crushed the way it was. Mears made a couple of tremendous plays earlier in this series, but perhaps having a tough time at the outset tonight as this one buzzed Raposo inside, 2-1. We have seen it. It's kind of interesting playing a little bit later into September than ever before for a regular season part of the schedule. Notice that the different sun angles have played an impact a bit as Raposo fouls this ball right back off the sweet level. Oh, a nice barehanded grab by a young man down there, then gives it to an even younger man who gets a souvenir for it. Now the Cardinals threatening here, runners at second and third. 2-2 count for Raposo. The pitch. Nick fouls another one back into the sweet level, just below this time. So Raposo battling as always in that batter's box. Nick hitting .277 on the year. 6 home runs, 31 runs batted in. A really good campaign for the Johnston, Rhode Island native. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Eshelman getting him with a fastball that rode inside a bit and just snuck by the swing for strike 3. So a big strikeout for Thomas Eshelman, attempting to get out of this inning with only the 1 run in. Walker at third, Whalen at second. Nick Dunn will come up, trying to place at least a base hit to see if he can't bring both home with a single. Eshelman delivers and spins it on the outside edge. Good slider by the righty for strike 1. Dunn on the year's batting .259. He's got 7 homers, 40 runs batted in. 0-1. Laced to third and a reaching grab at third base by Skender. He just saved 2 runs on a hot shot by Dunn. But Skender reaching up and a quick catch, kind of going up to his tippy toes to reel it in. Wraps up the bottom of the first inning. Cardinals, though, take the lead on the Whalen double. It's 1-0 Springfield through 1 on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Gordon Graceffo right back to work, top of the second inning. Cardinals jumping ahead 1-0 early today. And the first pitch of the frame bends in there from Graceffo. Strike 1 to the right-handed batting catcher, Yorman Rodriguez. Rodriguez, Rivas, and Meleon. Middle third of the San Antonio lineup. This is fouled right back into the suites again. But there are 2 suites that are just down to our right. They're getting a lot of souvenirs early on in this game. So after the foul ball, it's quickly 0-2 for Rodriguez. One of the top run producers in the league this year with 76 RBIs. Hitting .281. He's got 13 homers this season. Graceffo trying to put him away. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Gordon back to the fastball for the third strike. And he burned it by a 97 miles per hour. So already 3 strikeouts for Graceffo today. The batter is Webster Rivas coming up for the first time. Hitting in the 5 spot for San Antonio. Rivas set up. He's 32 years old, a veteran member of this San Antonio club. And he pulls the first one to third. A diving stop by Robinson. Throw to first. He got him. Errol Robinson with a tremendous play. He takes away a short double, diving towards the line. Leapt up to his feet, and he fired a strike over to first base. Outstanding play at third. So another highlight reel defensive play. Mike Antico had the great one in the opening inning. This time it's Errol at third base. 2 down, nobody on, and here's Kelvin Meleon. Meleon ready on the right side. And the pitch. A fastball burned in there, strike 1. Leon is batting .252. 2 home runs, 21 runs batted in. He's had a good series, 3 out of 9 with a double and 3 walks today. Or excuse me, this week. As he takes up it inside. 1 ball, 1 strike from Graceffo. Cardinals play him straight away in the outfield. Little bit of pull side shading on the infield. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Graceffo bending that slider down and away. And he's got Leon in a hole at 1-2. Gordon settles on the signs. Here's the 1-2. Bounce sharply back up the middle and through. Base hit for Leon. So he becomes the first mission to reach with a 2-out single to keep the top of the second inning alive for San Antonio. Cards up 1-0 early on, striking with the Brady Whalen ground rule double in the opening inning. And here in inning number 2, it's Ethan Skender, number 7 hitter for San Antonio, set up on the right side. Cardinals play him to pull it out of that right-handed batter's box. Whalen holds on the runner at first. And a breaking pitch outside and low for ball number 1. So Graceffo working out of the stretch for the first time today. The 1-0. Powered in there. A fastball right on the inside half. 1 ball, 1 strike. Skender's hitting .277 in 16 AA games so far. 4 runs batted in. 1-1. A bouncer to first, a jumping stop by Whalen, and he stomps on the bag. It's another outstanding play at first base by Brady Whalen. He's been putting on a clinic all week, and he takes away at least a base hit, possibly a 2-base hit, with a nice backhanded stab at first base. That wraps up a scoreless second. Cardinals ahead 1-0 here on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Chandler Redmond leads off the bottom of the second inning. It's 1-0 Cardinals. And Thomas Eshelman with the first pitch of the frame spins it low. So ball 1 for Redmond. He'll be followed in this inning by Robinson and Davis. Lower third of the Cardinal lineup. Chandler with 19 home runs on the year, and he takes a change right on the outside edge. So 1-1 the count evens for the Columbia, South Carolina native. 71 runs batted in. He's hitting .233 with those 19 bombs. And the 1-1 delivery. Down and away. Eshelman missing with a fastball. So 2-1 count for Chandler. Cardinals struck in the first inning on the double off the bat of Brady Whalen. That followed base hits by Wynn and Walker. Redmond in the even stance left side. And he takes outside. A fastball just missing that corner again. Good eye by Chandler for a good hitter's count at 3-1. Cardinals already making a couple of really nice defensive plays tonight. Most recently, Whalen on that final one at the top of this inning. As Redmond takes a breaking ball down and away here and opens up inning number 2 with a walk. So a leadoff free pass taken by Redmond. It brings up Errol Robinson. Here with 1 on and nobody down. Well, Redmond's walk, of course, brought to you by Red Wing Shoes. Wherever your feet take you, visit Red Wing Shoes at 1707 South Campbell for a full line of Red Wing work boots, Irish setter work and hunt boots, and so much more. Check them out today here in Springfield. Breaking ball is ball 1 to Robinson, missing down and away. Errol's hitting .258 in AA this year. A home run, 12 runs batted in. 1-0. Squares on it, bunts it foul, dribbled back into the backstop. So the count 1 ball, 1 strike. 27-year-old out of Ole Miss. Longtime farmhand in the Dodgers system. He was with Tulsa in 2018 and part of 2019. Signed on with St. Louis as a minor league free agent during the All-Star break this year. Joined Springfield right after, as this is on the inside edge. And the count 1-2 favors Eshelman on the mound. Redmond at first base. He's held there by Fernandez. Double play depth up the middle. Harrell in the wide open stance right side. And he launches it foul out of play to the right field side of the ballpark. So it'll stay at 1-2 for Robinson. He went 1 for 3 with an RBI base hit yesterday. That was the go-ahead single in the 8th inning that lifted the Cardinals right back ahead immediately after San Antonio had tied it in the top of the 8th. Take strike 3 here, though. A good slider by Eshelman. Robinson thinking perhaps a little bit low, but it gets the punch out. Strikeout number 2 for the veteran right-hander out there. And the batter coming up is Jonah Davis. But San Antonio tied it last night in the 8th inning on an errant pickoff try. That brought in the tying run. It was 3-3. Cardinals just got right back at it in the bottom of the 8th with the go-ahead base hit by Errol, and then a 2-run homer by Aaron Antonini, padding it out to a 6-3 lead, which ended up being the final. They're going to call a pitch clock violation on Eshelman here, so it is ball number 1. With Jonah Davis in the batter's box. Redmond at first base, 1 on, 1 down. Swing and a miss here, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Davis in the batter's box. He's batting 145, 7 home runs, 20 runs batted in. And he takes a good backdoor breaking ball for strike 2. Cardinals ahead 1-0. Redmond edges away from first base once again. Eshelman fires, and it's just outside. A good take by Davis. Well, the Cardinals have made Eshelman really enter the strike zone. They have not expanded that zone very much at all. Eshelman's already up to 34 pitches with just 1 away here in his 2nd inning. 2-2. Outside, it's ball 3. All right, a full count worked by Davis with the top of the order, Mike Antico, looming in the on-deck circle. Jonah back in on the left side, the native of San Diego, California. And the 3-2. Outside, it's ball 4. Another Red Wing Shoes walk here in the 2nd inning. Second one of the frame with Redmond trotting down to second base. Davis joins him on. And here comes Antico with 2 men on and only 1 away. Well, from work to the weekend, the job site to the ballpark, and everything in between, Red Wing Shoes in Springfield has your feet covered no matter where you're walking. Visit Red Wing Shoes today at 1707 South Campbell. 2 on, 1 away. Cardinals looking to strike here. Antico with a big rip comes up empty on the first one from Eshelman. Strike number 1 for Mike. Antico hitting .252, 8 home runs, 30 runs batted in. And the pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 24-year-old who wrapped up his college career with 1 year at the University of Texas after a standout career at St. John's up in New York. Mike picked by St. Louis just last season, and as he fouls this back out of play, strike 2. And for all of the success that Antico has had in every aspect offensively, it's been the legs that have just been, elite, to say the least, this year. He's got 61 steals between high A and double A. First Cardinal farmhand in 21 years to steal 60-plus bases in a season. As the 1-2. Down and in, 2-2. The last Cardinal minor leaguer to steal at least 60 bags in 1 year was Essex Sneed, who swiped 64 of them for Double-A New Haven. That was before the Springfield Cardinals even existed in 2001. Same year, Chris Morris stole 111 bags with Single-A Peoria that season. The pitch to Antico. Low for ball number 3. And Mike's got it full in the count, 3-2. Antico 7th in all of minor league baseball with 61 total steals this year. 24 in Double-A after 37 in High A. 3-2 pitch. Line to center field, that's going to get down. A base hit for Antico. Redmond around third, trying to come home. The throw's cut off. Chandler scores, and it's 2-0 Cards on an RBI base hit by Mike Antico. A line drive single right back up the middle. Perfect piece of hitting to bring Redmond home from second. For Antico, RBI number 31 on the season. Down to second when Jonah Davis. Antico's on, so great speed at both posts. And here is Mason Wynn, the number 2 hitter. Only one away. Cardinals ahead by 2. And the pitch. Mason showed bunt, brought the bat back, and he takes a strike right at the bottom of the zone. Wynn is already 1 for 1 today with a single and a run. Eshelman, the righty, trying to avoid trouble here. And he misses low again, spinning an off-speed pitch out of the bottom of the zone that Wynn doesn't chase. So 1 ball, 1 strike for Mason. He's batting .268 after his first inning single with 11 home runs, 47 runs batted in. And the pitch to him. Swinging a fly ball that's hit well. Left center. Mears back, though. He is at his spot right on the edge of the track. Tagging and going to third is Davis. Antico stays at first base. And it's a near miss for Mason Wynn, who drove it to deep left center. Mears runs that one down, though. There are 2 down with runners at the corners, and here comes Jordan Walker. So Walker digs in on the right side. Already with a base hit of his own today, 1 for 1. 2 on, 2 down. Eshelman set at the letters. And the first one to him. Right on the outside edge. It is strike number 1. Walker with the bat right above that shoulder. The 0-1 pitch. Swinging a foul right back. So the count 0-2 for Jordan. Davis, the man at third base. Antico striking with an RBI base hit just a moment ago. He's at first. 2 on, 2 down. The Cards already up by 2. They played Jordan just about straight away and deep. The pitch. Fouled right down to his foot for a painful redo of the 0-2 count. Walker's gone 4 for 12 in the series, so batting .333 this week with a double, an RBI, 2 walks. Got a hold of a home run against Wichita in the first half of the homestand last week. Eshelman set up right at the letters. And he steps off, darting a glare over at first base. With Antico stepping back. The 0-2, Antico goes. It is called strike 3. Right along the inner half of the plate. A change by Eshelman. And it gets him out of trouble. Cardinals do double the lead with the RBI base hit by Mike Antico. It's 2-0 Cards through 2 on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Top of the third inning at Hammons Field on this Friday night. Cardinals ahead 2-0. Gordon Graceffo right back to work. The right-handed batter is Jorge Oña. And he looks at a fastball right on the inside edge. Strike one. Graceffo kicks and fires the 0-1. Swing and a miss by Oña. Gordon attacking with that heater against the power-hitting right-handed batter. 0-2. Oña's got 8 home runs. He is hitting just .222, 25 RBIs. Can be a little strikeout prone. The 0-2 here. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not, says first base umpire Alex Nash. Helped out by one of the San Antonio Missions who is coaching first base. I believe that might be Henry, who had the incredible no-hit start a couple of nights back. So 1-2 the count. Graceffo will try again to put away Oña. Gordon delivers. And it's fouled right back, going right back to that fastball. Oña's gone down on 91 strikeouts in 63 games. And he gets a hold of one, though. It flies. Does have a home run in this series. And the pitch to him. Called strike 3. The breaking ball freezing Oña. It is strikeout number 4 for Graceffo to start off his third inning. A good pitch. Right after 97 set him up. Back to the 80-mile-per-hour breaker. So with one down, nobody on, the batter is Joshua Mears, 21-year-old center fielder. Right-handed hitter. He's got a lot of power as well. And he rips this on a line down the left field side. A screamer that rolls all the way back to the wall. Mears around first will take second without a play. A standing double for Joshua Mears. Ripping after the first pitch fastball. Graceffo trying to bring it in on him and maybe didn't quite get it inside enough. Mears also just showing off the quick bat to get around on it. So a one-out double for Mears. Back to the top of the San Antonio lineup with Domingo Leyba. Switch hitter, batting left-handed. First one from Graceffo, the change outside. It's ball one. Graceffo got Leyba on a strikeout. That opened up the ball game. Leyba's 26 years old. 1-0 delivery. Skied high, shallow left. Davis towards the line. More medium deep than shallow, but either way, Jonah makes the easy catch out there. And the pop-up off the bat of Leyba is out number 2. So that brings up Tirso Ornelas. With Graceffo trying to work around the double by Mears a moment ago. Really good response by Gordon, able to get the dangerous bat of Domingo Leyba, the former Diamondbacks big leaguer, with just a harmless pop-up to left. So 2 down now, and the pitch to Ornelas. Breaking ball that stays high for ball 1. Ornelas is a tough hitter in his own right. He's batting .287. 6 home runs, 48 runs batted in. He was the one robbed by Antico on the tremendous jumping catch in straightaway center back in the opening inning. And he lasers this foul out of play. So it's 1-1 for Ornelas. He hit that ball, Ornelas did, at 109 miles per hour. And that is Jordan Walker exit velocity territory. 1-1 here. Swinging a foul tip caught by Raposo for strike 2. So Graceffo looking for the put away. 1 on, 2 down. The count 1-2. And the pitch. Fouled right back. Cornelius getting a piece. Great crowd on hand, expecting another great one tomorrow, so come on over. Saturday night fireworks after the ball game. St. Louis Cardinals Stan Musial and Red Schoendienst double bobbleheads for 2,000 fans before the ball game tomorrow. All with a 6:05 first pitch. The 1-2. Change up, floating low, 2-2. Gates open at 5:05 tomorrow. It's our final Saturday home game. So we'll be shooting off some more fireworks tomorrow night as well. And closing day on Sunday. 4:35 first pitch on Sunday, September the 11th. With fireworks after that ball game also. Fans on field fireworks on Sunday. 2-2 here. Bouncer to first base. Whalen right there. Gloves it up, hurries it over, and steps on the bag himself. 3 unassisted. The put out by Brady Whalen. And another scoreless inning for Gordon Graceffo, keeping it 2-0 Cardinals through 2.5 on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Here's Brady Whalen, the Cardinals first baseman. It's a strike to open up the inning, and nothing in one count. Cardinals ahead 2-0. Whalen shoots this down the first base line. It's gloved up by Fernandez, and he steps on the bag over there. So 3 unassisted. It's 1 away to open up the inning. And we are going to enter a bit of a delay here in the bottom of the third. With an object flying overhead. So, while that situation gets resolved, with 1 down here in the bottom of the third inning. So a little bit of a pause. We've got a drone over the ballpark. That's the situation. And by rules, the umpires have to clear the field when that happens. So they will get that cleared. And I think the teams are already going to come back out. That is being taken care of right away. The joys of events in the technology age. So everybody back on the field here in the bottom of the third inning. There's a TV crew here at the ballpark. They were flying the drone, so it's not an emergency situation, by the way. They just did not know they could not do that. So we're back underway. Players are back on the field. Nick Raposo back into the batter's box. And this pitch down and away, 1-0. So 1 down and nobody on. It's 2-0 with the Cardinals ahead. Here's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. This is down and away, and it's ball number 2. Swing and a miss here by Raposo. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And the 2-2 from the righty Eshelman. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So it is out number 2. 4th strikeout for Eshelman. And it brings up Nick Dunn. This pitch right at the bottom of the zone, strike 1. Nothing at 1 for Dunn. A bouncer to third, gloved at the hot corner and slung over to first base by Skender. So 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the third. It is 2-0 Cardinals. A third of the way through this ball game on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Now Gordon Graceffo is the Cardinal right-hander back to work here. Top of the 4th inning. It's 2-0 Springfield. A half swing knocked back to the mound. Barehanded by Gordon, and he fires to first in time with a nifty play by the Cardinals pitcher. Barehanding the comebacker, hit right back at him by Juan Fernandez on the Frames' first pitch. So a good start for Graceffo, who is at 39 pitches. And the first pitch here to Yorman Rodriguez, a fastball that's low for ball 1. One and 0 from Graceffo. Rip and a miss by Rodriguez. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cardinals with single tallies in the first and second tonight. And the 1-1. Up and inside for ball number 2. Rodriguez is hitting .281, 13 home runs, 76 runs batted in. 2-1 delivery. Put on the ground sharply towards the middle. Dunn with a good underhand stop, and he fires to first in time. 4-3 put out by the Cardinals second baseman. And a pair of ground outs induced by Gordon Graceffo. He's had the strikeout working, 4 of them already for the Cardinal right-hander. He has been able to rack up those strikeouts, but stay efficient out there on the mound, which that's the key. Sometimes you can strike out a lot of guys and that runs that pitch count up. But Graceffo's been burying batters with really minimal offerings all night long. And he spins a good one here at the bottom of the zone for strike 1. Webster Rivas, the right-handed batter, DHing today. But he takes a breaking pitch down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rivas was robbed of a double on a tremendous diving stop by Errol Robinson at third base. That was back in the second inning. And the 1-1. Fastball just a little down and away. So it goes Rivas' way. 2-1 the count. Robinson on his toes at third. Cardinals with a little bit of pull side shading on the infield. And a bouncer to that side is foul, evening the count 2-2. Top of the 4th inning, beautiful Friday night, big old crowd here at Hammons Field on the final Friday of the campaign. Graceffo trying to polish off his 4th inning. Right-hander holds the hands together right out in front of his chest. Peering in over the top of the black mitt. 2-2. Foul away. Rivas getting just a piece of that curveball by Graceffo. So it'll be another 2-2 offering for Webster Rivas, who was also a former Dodgers farmhand. He came through Tulsa as well just a year or two before Errol Robinson did. Rivas 32 years old now. A veteran minor league player and a good catcher. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Graceffo blows him away with a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. His 5th strikeout to wrap it up his 4th straight scoreless frame. Keeping it 2-0 Cardinals here on this Friday. Bottom of the 4th next on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Chandler Redmond leads off the bottom of the 4th inning. It is 2-0 Cardinals. The right-hander Thomas Eshelman right back to work, and he misses a little bit low with his first pitch. Ball number 1. 1-0 for Redmond is right along the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike for the slugging left-handed batter. Graceffo just wrapping up his 4th straight scoreless inning a moment ago. This pitch is down and into a Chandler for ball 2. Gordon is through 4 innings, 49 pitches. Just over 10 per frame. He's already struck out 5 along the way. Redmond skips this foul over by the Cardinals' top step. So the count 2-2. Chandler's got a walk and a run in his line. He came in on the RBI base hit by Mike Antico in the 2nd. 2-2. Fouled right back into the batters, into the backstop, I should say, and that'll keep it even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Redmond leading all current Cardinals with those 19 home runs. 71 runs batted in. Even stance left side, trying to strike here against Eshelman. And the pitch is ripped through the right side. A base hit to right field for Chandler Redmond. Scorching it through that 3-4 hole. Redmond starts off another inning getting himself on, adding a sharp single to his walk today. That brings up Errol Robinson on the right side, the Cardinals' 3rd baseman. Open stance in the batter's box. Robinson with the bat at the ready. And the first one spins on the inside edge. Strike 1. Errol's batting .255 since joining Springfield. He's got a home run, 12 runs batted in. They play for 2 up the middle as Robinson takes a changeup inside, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Open stance in the batter's box. 2-tone bat held up above the shoulder, motionless as he awaits the pitch. And it bends, just a little bit low. Boy, that was a good take by Robinson. Looked like a pretty good breaking ball by Thomas Eshelman, but Errol kept the bat up above the shoulder, didn't even think twice about it, and watched that one zip right down out of the strike zone. Good eye to take the lead in the count, 2-1. Redmond goes on the pitch. It's on the inside edge. Throw to second is in time. So it is a caught stealing at second base. I should say the pitch missed inside to Robinson, so it's ball 3. That's the good news. But a 2-4 put out at second on the caught stealing. Three and one for Robinson. Right at the bottom of the strike zone this time, and the count is full. Payoff pitch ripped on a line right center field. That's in for a base hit. Robinson is on. And a sharp single gets a Cardinal right back to first base after the caught stealing. So 1 on, 1 down. That'll bring up Jonah Davis. Davis set up left side. And he takes on the outside corner for strike 1. Jonah waving the bat back and forth. 0-1 delivery. Ripped to deep right center field. Davis driving it way back there. Onya looks up. That ball is gone. 2-run homer, Jonah Davis. An absolute blast by the Cardinals left fielder. All the way out by the wagon gate out there in right center. And he doubles up the lead to 4-0 with one big swing. 404 feet off the bat of Jonah Davis, his 8th of the year. And up to 22 runs batted in. So the Cardinals with a 2-run shot. And here's Mike Antico. Springfield ahead by 4. First pitch to Antico, bends right at the knees, strike number 1. Well, that, of course, a Volt Credit Union home run for good. Every time the Cardinals drive one out of here, our friends at Volt Credit Union make a donation to the Foundation for Springfield Public Schools. This pitch right at the bottom of the strike zone, 0-2. You can learn more about Volt and revolt against banking as usual at voltcu.org. 0-2 is fisted in the air, shallow right side, backpedaling into shallow right field, and just able to get there is Leyba. So Domingo Leyba acrobatically backpedaling into shallow right for the second out. That'll bring up Mason Wynn. Really cool. Marissa Weaver with Volt Credit Union presented a check before the ball game to Tina Pham Morgan and our good friends with the Foundation for Springfield Public Schools. As this is tap foul by Mason, strike 1. If you combine the total of home runs for good donations made by Volt Credit Union this year with what they did last year in the first year of the program, Volt Credit Union now, after the Jonah Davis homer, has donated a total of $4,525 in just 2 seasons to the Foundation for Springfield Public Schools. A great program, and we appreciate the partnership with Volt Credit Union. This pitch is a little bit low to win, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down and nobody on. Bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch. Mason pulls it on a quick bounce to third. Skender right there, though, and he fires it across in time. 5-3 put out. And it wraps up the bottom of the 4th frame. 2-run homer, though, by Jonah Davis. Doubles the Cardinal lead. 4-0 through the first 4 on the Cardinals Baseball Network. So this game goes to the top of the 5th. Gordon Graceffo right back to work. It is 4-0. Springfield ahead. And the frame's first pitch by the Cardinal righty. Angles right on the outside edge. Strike 1. Kelvin Melee on the batter. Evan Skender and Jorge Onya will follow. Graceffo fires the next. Swinging a tip. Foul right back. High Raposo. Easy for me to say. It's 0-2. It's one of those nights. The Cardinals with single runs in the first and second. Then the 2-run blast by Davis a moment ago. In front of a full house here at Hammons Field. Final Friday ball game. Graceffo peers in over the top of the mitt, and they're going to call time. It is granted to Melee on. Big congratulations, by the way, to the Missouri State University football team. The big win last night in the home opener against Tennessee Martin. Really neat after our game. Once the ballpark quieted down and emptied out, you could hear the band from just across the way over at Plaster. This is outside and low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bears off to a 2-0 start this year. Fun stuff. Here comes the 1-2 from Graceffo. It's put on the ground sharply, but a right to Dunn in the perfect spot for it up the middle. And Nick fires to Whalen at first base. 4-3 put out. And Graceffo has now retired 6 in a row. So an opening out here in the top of the 5th inning. 4-0 Springfield. They're lined 4-7-0. The Missions are at 0-2-0. Skender crouching down low on the right side. Third baseman today for San Antonio. And a fastball down and away for ball 1. Skender 0 for 1. He bounced out to first base. Back in the second. And a nice play by Brady Whalen. He's made a couple of those tonight. And Skender this time takes on the outside edge. Good pitch by Graceffo. 1 ball, 1 strike from the Cardinal righty. Gordon with a deep breath, rocks back, fires home. Fastball right at the bottom of the zone, and it's strike 2. Skender is displeased, lobbying that one was too far down beneath the knees. Graceffo will try and put him away. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gets him reaching on a good curveball, dancing down and away from the right-handed batter. And it's strikeout number 6 for Gordon Graceffo. That curve a thing of beauty that time. So 2 up, 2 down here in the inning. Nobody on for Jorge Oña. Gordon got him on a strikeout back in the 3rd inning. First one to him here. Lifted to shallow center field. Antico will play it on the bounce. A broken bat flare by Oña. That might have actually helped it drop in there. If Oña's bat had not failed him, it likely would have been powered far enough to center field to be playable for Mike. Instead, the little crack bat relative blooper into shallow center field keeps this inning going with a 2-out base hit. So Joshua Mears the batter, right-handed center fielder. He's the number 9 batter. Does have a double today. And he takes a high change here for ball 1. Mears is just 21 years old. He's 6'3", 230. Big guy out of Kirkland, Washington. He was picked in the 2nd round out of high school in 2019. The 1-0 to him. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mears has really a lot of power. He's got 7 hits, 8 now, including his double today through his first 16 AA ball games. And of those 8 hits, 4 are home runs. 2 are doubles. So 6 of his 8 hits have gone for extra bases. The problem is he's batting .151. But when he gets a hold of it, it flies. We saw that the other night. He powered a grand slam out to left center field as he takes outside here, 2-1. 32 strikeouts, though, in the first 15 ball games in AA. So that is a bit of an Achilles heel. And he pops this up. Middle of the infield, the wind trots over. The shortstop right next to the bag at second will pluck it down out of the air. It wraps up a scoreless top of the 5th inning, and we are midway through this ball game with the Cardinals leading it 4-0 here on the Cardinals Baseball Network. If you ever find yourself halfway home with car problems, there's only one company to call. That's Henry's Towing. For 50 years, they've been helping people with tows and jumps to get you the rest of the way home. If you need to get home, let Henry do it. Jordan Walker opens up the bottom of the 5th inning, taking ball 1 on a breaking pitch by Thomas Eshelman, the righty for San Antonio. 4-0 Springfield as Jordan takes ball 2 down and away. And he leads the count 2-0. Walker's 1 out of 2 with a base hit and a strikeout in this game. 2-0. Lifted on a line, left field, falling quickly. Ornelas with a scrambling catch, and he puts it away. Diving into shallow left field, Tirso Ornelas with a terrific play on a ball that just wouldn't quite get down off the bat of Jordan Walker. We've seen some outstanding defensive plays on both sides tonight. Quite a few by this man, Brady Whalen, who digs in on the left side. Whalen has an RBI double as well. And he rips the first one foul right back into the netting. Whalen swung Springfield onto the board with the RBI ground rule double in the opening inning as he takes down and in here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brady's up to 9 doubles, 11 RBIs. And the pitch to him is down and in for ball 2. All of that in just 22 ball games in Double-A. Came up from High A Peoria when the Cardinals were in Corpus Christi right at the very end of the month of July to begin August. As this pitch is on the outside edge, 2-2. Whalen went 2 out of 4 yesterday with a double, and RBI, and 2 runs in that ballgame. He shoots this foul down the left field side, bending it down by the visitors' tunnel, the Chick-fil-A corner down there. Hop it on a Friday night. So the count stays 2-2 for Whalen. 12th round pick in 2016 by the Cardinals, right out of high school up there in Washington. And a chopper here to first base. A tough play for Fernandez. It took a bad bounce on him and he couldn't reel it in. So Whalen safe on the play. We'll see how that one's going to be ruled. Took a late hop on Fernandez. He was able to get his glove up and kind of swat it down. Could not reel it in. And now it's Nick Raposo coming up. Raposo 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts. Trying to strike here. 1 on, 1 down. Whalen held by Fernandez at first. The pitch for Raposo. Right at the bottom of the zone. Strike 1. Cardinal line 4-7-0. The Missions are at 0-3-0. They will give Whalen a base hit on that play, which I think is the right call. That ball hit hard, and really it was that late hop. A nasty one on Fernandez. They checked on Brady there. A quick throw, but not in time, though. Eshelman, the righty, set up. The 0-1. Bending low to Raposo. 1 ball, 1 strike. Eshelman originally out of Carlsbad, California. Picked out of Cal State Fullerton in the 2nd round back in 2015. He has bounced all around professional baseballs. The fastball is inside. And they're going to call a balk on Eshelman. So the count will stay at 1-1, and Brady Whalen gets second base. Eshelman called on the balk before that pitch. We have seen a lot of balks in this series. Eshelman's a veteran of 31 outings in the big leagues, 14 starts, a career 4-6 with a 5.77 ERA. As he finds the bottom of the zone with a changeup here, and the count 1-2. Overall in the minors, this is his 136th appearance. 119 starts, a career 31 and 39, 4.66 ERA in minor league baseball for Eshelman. The pitch to Raposo, ripped by the diving third baseman into left field. Whalen comes flying around third and scores. Raposo motors into second on the throw. 5-0 Cards on an RBI base hit by Nick Raposo. 32nd RBI for the Cardinal catcher, powering it by the diving try of Skender at third. The balk had set up Whalen in scoring position, so he was able to cruise in from second. And Raposo opportunistically then taking second on the throw home. And that is going to be all for the Mission's right-hander, Thomas Eshelman, with the San Antonio skipper, Philip Wellman, coming out to take the ball from the veteran righty. So the Cardinals strike here in the fifth. It is 5-0 Springfield. And it's a new San Antonio hurler coming on from the bullpen. Raposo's at second. Nick Dunn's coming up, and the Cardinals are looking for more right after a quick pitching change break on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Nick Raposo striking with an RBI base hit a moment ago. It is 5-0 Cardinals. Bottom of the fifth inning here at Hammons Field. And the Missions go to the bullpen and bring in the right-hander Edwin Bencomo. The 23-year-old out of Rio Chico, Venezuela. So Bencomo takes over. 6'2", 205 out there on the mound. Eshelman, the starter, responsible for Raposo at second base. Here's Nick Dunn, the Cardinals' second baseman. And Bencomo slings in the first pitch for strike one. This is the 8th appearance for San Antonio for Bencomo. As a check swing foul knocked over to the third base dugout by Dunn. Strike two. The right-hander so far is 1-0, 4.80 ERA. 15 innings, 8 runs on 10 hits, 9 walks, 11 strikeouts. He had had a great start to the year in High A Fort Wayne, where he went 4-2 with a 2.44 ERA and 25 appearances. This is a foul ball out of play to the left side. So it stays 0-2 for Dunn, who has hit the ball sharply twice to third. Skender's gotten him on both, once on a line out that took away what would have been probably a 2-run double in the opening inning. Instead, it ended that frame with just the 1 run in at the time, as Nick swings through a good slider by Bencomo here for strike 3. So a K to start the outing for Edwin Bencomo. They're 2 down in the inning. But it's Chandler Edmond coming back to the left-handed side. With Raposo at second base, 2 down. Cardinals adding a 5th run already in this inning. Bottom of the 5th at Hammons Field. Bencomo set up right above the belt. Swing and a miss in the first one. Well, Bencomo is all legs and arms out there. He's got a kind of a herky-jerky delivery. Whipping the arms around before exploding down into the actual delivery home. Kind of flares him up back towards second. And then fires that throwing arm around the rest of his body. Missing outside here to Redmond. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chandler today 1 out of 1 with a base hit, a walk, and a run. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Good change that time by Bencomo. Strike 2. Redmond resting the bat on the back shoulder. Raposo hoping for a chance to run at second base. The 1-2. Launch to center on a line. Here comes Mears, and he's there for the catch. A good jump in by Joshua Mears. And Chandler hitting that ball 108 miles per hour, kept it off the ground long enough to be retired. Cardinals, though, strike with the RBI base hit by Raposo. It is 5-0 Springfield through 5 innings on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Top of the 6th inning, Gordon Graceffo back out there for the Cardinals. 5-0 Springfield lead midway through this one, with the Cardinal righty right back at it here against the top of the San Antonio lineup for the 3rd time today. Domingo Leyba leads off and takes a look at a breaking pitch down and in. Ball number 1. Leyba's 0 for 2 against Graceffo. Gordon got him on a strikeout in the opening inning and then popped him up to left field in the 3rd inning. Robinson a shallow third, back deep on the right side. And a fastball is high for ball 2. Cards ahead by 5. They've scored in every inning now except the 3rd. Just kind of a consistent attack by this Springfield lineup. 2-0. Fastball up and away, ball 3. Biggest blow of the night came on the 2-run home run by Jonah Davis in the 4th inning. With an RBI double by Whalen in the 1st, an RBI base hit by Antico in the 2nd, and the RBI single by Raposo a moment ago in the 5th. 3-0 here, right on the outside edge. Good fastball for strike 1. Cardinals do have the right-hander Michael Yasinka warming in the Ozark Fence and Supply Company home bullpen down there. 3-1 delivery. In on the hands, popped into shallow center. Win back quickly. He's there, and Mason grabs it down. So Graceffo is able to get out of a 3-0 hole to the former big leaguer Domingo Leyba. He got strike 1 on him and then induced the pop-up with the 3-1 pitch. That is great work. So 1 down to open the 6th inning. The batter Tirso Ornelas. 0 for 2 so far today. And he takes a breaking pitch down and away. Ball 1. Graceffo is 1 strikeout away from matching his AA high of 7. 1-0 on the inside edge. So the count 1-1 for the left-handed Ornelas. Cardinals plan to pull it on the infield as a fastball is outside and low. 2-1. Whalen right on the line at first base. Dunn deep in the hole. Win up the middle. Robinson basically playing short from 3rd. 2-1 delivery. Lifted high, left field this time. Ranging back is Davis, still going onto the warning track. Jonah now back in a stride, and he reaches out to reel it in. So Davis tracking it well out there. Going back to his spot, then coming back a stride in towards the grass from the warning track. And Hammond's Field just able to hold that high fly ball by Ornelas. 2 down in the inning. The batter is Juan Fernandez. 0 for 2, a strikeout, and then the tapper that was barehanded by Graceffo on the mound. Gordon gets a swing and a miss here with a good off-speed pitch on the first one. Graceffo has limited the missions to just 3 hits today. 0-1. The curve skipped foul right by Yorman Rodriguez on deck, who reached out and hit it with his bat in self-defense. So Gordon's got him down 0-2, trying to put away Fernandez and wrap up the 6th. Graceffo set. He fires. The curve, tap foul, caught by Raposo, and it's strike 3. Gordon Graceffo wraps up his 6th scoreless inning with his 7th strikeout of the ballgame, keeping the Missions at bay, and the Cardinals up 5-0 through 5.5 on the Cardinals Baseball Network. And the right-hander is Edwin Bencomo back to work for San Antonio. He took over and got the Missions out of that 5th inning with no further damage after the Raposo RBI single. So Robinson set up in the open stance. And now time is called for. Something had gotten away from the center field grass berm. So Joshua Mears went back and took care of that. And now we're ready. Errol's 1 out of 2 with a base hit and a run. And he takes a strike right at the bottom of the zone here. 0-1. They play him just about straight away, infield and outfield. And this is taken low. So 1 ball, 1 strike for Robinson. 3 out of 11 on the week. 2 RBIs, 2 walks. 1-1. Bending down and away for ball 2. Errol in his last 21 games now is batting .290. But he takes down and away here for ball 3, and even better hitters count, 3-1. But Robinson hitting .290 in his last 21 ball games, a home run, 2 doubles, 8 RBIs, and 9 runs scored since signing on with the Cardinals July 22nd. 3-1. Bouncer back towards the middle. A tough bounce for the second baseman, Leyba. It skipped right by him. And Errol's safe with a single. The Cardinals have had a couple of fortuitous bounces off the infield today. And Robinson is the latest beneficiary of that unusually high hop off the award-winning infield. They're all Cardinals bounces, though, so they're good ones. So here's Jonah Davis, left-handed batter, who last time he was up sent one down the grounds crew's tunnel out there by the wagon gate in right center. Robinson goes in the first pitch, and it's pummeled foul by Davis, back out of play. Jonah's 2-run homer in the 4th inning made it 4-0. 8th of the year, up to 22 runs batted in. He's got a walk and a blast in his line so far today, trying to build on it here. With Robinson back to first base on the foul ball. Quick throw in that direction. Fernandez hopping up a little bit to reel that throw in from the pitcher, Bencomo. Jonah in the even stance. Waving the bat back and forth. Swings through a good pitch by Bencomo for strike 2. Davis came over to the Cardinals in the Rule 5 draft last December after splitting the 2021 campaign between Double-A and High-A in the Pittsburgh system, the organization that originally had drafted Jonah out of the University of California. This is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'll have a Cardinals update for you after the 1-2 coming here. With Bencomo set. The pitch, Robinson runs, it's chopped to first base. Fernandez gloves it in, stomps on the bag there. Errol, though, down to second without a play. Running on the pitch and staying out of what would have been a tough double play, but I'm sure one that they would have attempted. So that brings up the top of the lineup with Mike Antico while he digs in. A check-in on the St. Louis Cardinals presented by Caleb Cash Tao with Remax. Pirates open up an early lead with 1 in the 2nd, 3 in the 5th inning tonight in the opener up there at PNC. but the Cardinals have scored one in the 6th and one in the 7th. So it is just a 4-2 Pittsburgh lead as they are in the top of the 8th inning. Cardinals trying to come back in the road series opener, as the first one to Antico is low for ball 1. 2-hit day for Tommy Edman. He's got one of the RBIs. A double for him as well. Paul Goldschmidt with a double, and Corey Dickerson with an RBI double, continuing his outstanding second half of the season. Antico in a 1-0 count here. The pitch from Bencomo. Low, blocked well by the catcher Rodriguez back there. So it's 2-0 for Mike. Our Cardinal updates are always brought to you by Caleb Cash Tao with RE/MAX, terrific RE/MAX agent and on-field host here at Hammons Field. Cash can guide you through all your home buying and selling needs, and I guarantee you're going to have a good time working with him. So check out Caleb Cash Tao with RE/MAX right now at BeBetterAgent.com. BeBetterAgent.com. 2-0 count for Antico. The pitch. Skip foul. That one catching a piece of Yorman Rodriguez, the Mission's catcher. So he'll get a moment. I think it might have gotten him in the foot. I'll check on some Texas League scores. They're playing another doubleheader in Corpus Christi. The second doubleheader the Hooks have had to play in the last 3 days. They were rained out on Tuesday. They played a twin bill on Wednesday and rained out yesterday. So Corpus took the opening game 3-2 against Midland in 7 innings. As the 2-1 to Antico ripped out and missed, 2-2. They're in the top of the second inning of game 2. That's also a 7-inning ball game, and the Rockhounds lead it 3-0. Through 6 innings in Frisco, Tulsa's up on the Rough Riders 3-1. Wichita ahead of Northwest Arkansas 6-1. That's in the top of the 5th at Riverfront Stadium up there in Wichita. Swing and a miss by Antico here. A good off-speed pitch by Bencomo gets him. Out number 2 in the bottom of the 6th inning with Robinson at second base. And Mason Wynn coming to bat. And the other game going on around the league is out in Amarillo. The Travelers down there at Hodgetown. It is 5-3 Arkansas in the top of the 5th. Mason set up on the right side. Errol a base hit away from coming home. The pitch. Sinking low for ball number 1. Now, for anybody that hasn't necessarily been paying full postseason picture attention, the Cardinals opened up the day tied with Arkansas for second in the North Division, both 5 games behind Wichita. There will be 8 games left after tonight, as Bencomo steps off towards second. Robinson steps back towards the bag. No play. So certainly anything is possible, but the Wind Surge have been able to maintain that lead and whittle down the number of remaining games of the season. Time is their friend. It is not the friend of either Springfield or Arkansas, as this pitch down and away. Ball number 2. Cardinals split the series last week against Wichita, when probably to really get right back on their heels, you would have wanted to win that series to make up a little bit of ground, but the Wind Surge have been playing some good ball. This one is in there for strike 1. So it's been a really good second half for Springfield. It's been a fun season. You never know. It's going to be a fun final stretch, as they just try to keep winning ball games and stay alive in the race and see what happens. But the Wind Surge probably feeling pretty good about their chances. 2-1 delivery here. Tapper foul by Mason. 2-2. Cardinals will close out the home schedule, of course, tomorrow and Sunday. 2 more home games remain at Hammons Field this year. And then an off day on Monday, and they wrap up the regular season with a 6-game Tuesday to Sunday series next week over in Tulsa. Drillers won the first half, so they are playoff bound. And will take on the second half champion, whoever that ends up being. 2-2. Wynn rips it down the left side, but he got in front a touch too soon, and he sent it out by the Ryan Lawn and Tree sign out there. A foul. That was a torpedo off the bat of Mason Wynn. Wynn does have 11 home runs this year in Double-A. He'll get time granted to him here. Mason's 1 out of 3 today with a base hit and a run back in the opening inning. .266 average, 11 home runs, 47 runs batted in, 23 doubles, all in only 78 Double-A ball games. And right now he's got Robinson at second base with 2 down. The pitch. Skip foul right by the far end of the San Antonio dugout, so it'll keep it 2-2. Wynn just 20 years old. He'll turn 21 next March. With the red number 3 on the back of his teal jersey. Wynn gripping the bat at the handle, the red batting gloves. 2-2. Robinson takes off. The ball is low. No throw down to third. It's another steal for Errol. Robinson with his 10th since joining the Cardinals. He is 10 for 11. Got a great jump on a sinking off-speed pitch. So a full count for a win. Robinson now only 90 feet away. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bencomo wins the battle after a fight in that batter's box by Mason Wynn. So a couple of strikeouts wrap up the bottom of the 6th inning. Cardinals do not strike in the frame, but they're up 5-0. And we go to the 7th on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Gives the mound to Michael Yasinka, the right-hander out of Frisco, Texas, who is welcomed by an extra base hit from Rodriguez, pulled all the way back to the fence in left field. So a hard hit grounder right inside the third baseline. It's a double for the catcher as the Missions try to get the bats going here in the back third of the ball game. So a rude welcome to the mound for Michael Yasinka. Cardinal righty, number 47 out there. He is 24 years old, 17th round pick in 2019. High striped socks pulled up over the white pant legs. And his first pitch coming to Webster Rivas. Breaking ball high and in for ball 1. Well, the final line for Graceffo winds up at 6 innings. No runs, 3 hits, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. One of the most dominant performances by Graceffo since coming up to Double-A's. This is knocked foul down the left field line, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's saying a lot because Gordon's had a lot of impressive performances, but tonight among the best by the Cardinal right-hander. His final one at Hammons Field this year. And what a note to go out on. Expected to make one more in Tulsa next week. So the 1-1 here is popped up right side, foul ground. Whalen over. He is out of room. It's 2 rows on the other side of the net. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Rivas. Yasinka is in his 17th appearance in Double-A ball. He's 1-0, 5.65 ERA out of the Cardinals bullpen. 28 2/3 innings, 22 hits with 18 runs, 24 walks, 32 strikeouts as Rivas steps out of the batter's box. Rodriguez away from second base. And a fastball pulled down the third baseline, but foul this time. Boy, almost a carbon copy of Yorman Rodriguez's double. This time, though, just to the foul side of the line. So 1-2 the count for the veteran right-handed hitter Webster Rivas. And the pitch. Pop foul back this way. We'll keep it 1-2. Cardinals line is 5-10-0. Missions are at 0-4-0. San Antonio took the first 2 games of the week back on Tuesday in what was a back-and-forth game. Wednesday and a near no-hitter. Swing and a miss here. Yasinka takes care of Rivas with a fastball. And the strikeout is the first out of the inning, with Rodriguez staying put at second base. Kelvin Meleon, the right-handed batter, coming up. And the Cardinals bounced back yesterday with a 6-3 win. They led the game for much of the evening. Missions had completed the comeback with an unearned run in the top of the 8th. Cardinals swung themselves right back ahead in the bottom of the 8th and closed it from there. There's a good slider right down the heart of the plate here. Starts off Meleon with strike 1. Meleon 1 for 2 today. Base hit and a ground out, and he shoots this to center field. A single. Antico gets there in a hurry. Being held at third is Rodriguez. So the Cardinals do not allow a run. Mike Antico got to that ball in a flash. Missions are at the corners with 1 away, with Rodriguez going second and third on the single by Meleon. 2 men on, 1 away. The batter is Ethan Skender. Ground out and a strikeout. He is 0 for 2. Skender on the right side. 25-year-old out of Metamora, Illinois. And he yanks this on a line. A quick bounce right by Wynn. It skipped off his glove. In from third is Rodriguez. And on what will likely be an RBI single for Ethan Skender, the Missions get on the board. That was a hard hit liner. Took a late bounce on a Wynn. He tried to make a quick stab at it. Just skipped off his mitt, and it is an RBI single for Ethan Skender. So the RBI for Skender is his 5th. Here's Jorge Oña. 2 on, 1 away. Fastball is high for ball 1. Oña 1 for 2 today. Yasinka set up right at the letters. And a half swing roller down the first baseline. Yasinka gloves it up. He'll apply the tag on Oña and then race home to cover the plate. Nicely done by Yasinka. Raposo right there too. But it's a 1 unassisted put out of Jorge Oña. The runners do move up. Meleon darted down to third. And with Raposo going up the line to try to field that ball as well, Yasinka very alertly realized nobody was at home, with Meleon racing to third. So Michael applied the tag quickly. Did not let Oña mess around and kind of back away from him, drag out the process at all. And then Yasinka quickly made his way to home to cover the plate. So here's Joshua Mears, right-handed batting center fielder, who takes a breaking pitch that was blocked well by Raposo back there. Ducking down and away into the dirt for ball 1. 2 on, 2 down. Last of the 7, or rather the top of the 7th inning. Missions getting on the board for the first time all game. Here in this frame, it is 5-1 Cards. The 1-0. Fouled right back into the backstop by Mears, 1-1. Yasinka opened up the year with 12 appearances in High A Peoria. Went 1-0 with a 5.19 ERA in that level prior to coming up to Springfield. Had a breaking ball up and in here, 2-1. He's had a good month of September. 3 outings out of the Cardinals bullpen, 5 1/3 innings, 2 runs coming into this one. He had put up a 3.38 ERA to start off the month. As this is outside, and the count 3-1 favoring Mears. Mears is 2 for 10 on the week. He's got a grand slam and a double. 3-1 pitch. Ripped through the left side, a sharp single. In from third is Meleon. Here comes Skender. The throws up the line just a tad, and it's a 2-run base hit for Joshua Mears. The Cardinals lead cut down to 2, 5-3 here in the 7th inning. So Mears has a 2-hit day today. That ball was hit 112 miles per hour. Powered it right through the left side of the infield to bring in both Meleon and Skender. Mears up to 11 RBIs in just his first 16 Double-A ball games. Here's Domingo Leyba, the top of the lineup. And he pops it up, first base side. Whalen is under it, foul side of the line. Plenty of room, though, right by the coach's box. Brady squeezes it for the final piece of the 7th. Missions get right back in it, though, with a 3-run rally. It's a 2-run ball game. Cardinals hanging on to a 5-3 lead at the stretch here on the Cardinals Baseball Network. So they're back within 2 here in the final third of this ball game. Jordan Walker opens up the last of the 7th inning against the right-hander Edwin Bencomo, who's back to work for his second full inning. And will deal to the dangerous Walker here. First pitch. Popped a mile up there. Shallow center, though not even. It's actually right behind the bag at second. And it's caught by Leyba. So the first pitch of the inning popped out to second base. Good start to inning number 7 for Bencomo. And it brings up Brady Whalen, who's got a 2-hit day once again with an RBI double, a base hit, and a run scored. 2 for 3 today. Swing and a miss and a slider. Strike 1. Whalen on the left side. Upright stance. The pitch. Swing and a miss and a fastball. Cardinals do have a right-hander warming down at the Ozark Fence and Supply Company home bullpen. They added a righty from High A Peoria today, Andre Granillo. As this is launched to right field by Whalen, but back astride, and there is Oña. He pulls it in out of the air for the fly out. And a quick second out here in the last of the 7th inning. Michael Bertel put on the temporary inactive list today. Tyler Pike hit the IL yesterday, so the Cardinals bullpen has lost a couple of its more really just kind of cornerstone arms between Pike and Bertel. Those two have been about as regular as anybody coming out of the pen. And hopefully both will be back soon. Nick Raposo on the right side, Cardinal catcher. This is down and away, ball 1. Raposo 1 for 3, an RBI base hit. He drove in the last run the Cardinals scored. That was back in the 5th inning. Tapping this foul by Bencomo back into the backstop for strike 1. Beautiful Friday night. We'll be right back at it tomorrow. Come on over. 6:05 first pitch. Gates open at 5:05. We've got the Busch Stadium exclusive giveaway. As the 1-1. Rip foul. Look out. That is going to go sailing out by Conco. They've got a group here today. Our friends from Conco here at the ballpark. And hopefully they park those concrete trucks at the back edge of their parking lot. 1 and 2 for Raposo. The Busch Stadium exclusive giveaway tomorrow, by the way. St. Louis Cardinals Stan Musial and Red Schoendienst double bobblehead giveaway for 2,000 fans. So you know Stan and Red, those are going to go fast. So this is down and away, 2-2. Giveaway will start when gates open tomorrow at 5:05, 6:05 first pitch. Final Saturday fireworks after the ball game. 2-2 delivery. Down and away, taken by Raposo for ball 3. Cardinals will be wearing the same teal uniforms tomorrow as well. The online auction at livesourceapp.com will go until 10 p.m. tomorrow night. Again, raising funds for GYNCA, GYN Cancers Alliance. 3-2. Ripped on a line to right center field. That's going to get down in the gap. Raposo goes flying past first. He's thinking 2. Here's the throw. Not in time. Raposo slides in with a 2-out double. It's a 2-hit day for the Cardinals catcher, shooting a double the opposite way to right center field. And the Cards trying to expand that lead back out. Nick Dunn coming to bat. Raposo in scoring position, 2 down. With Springfield ahead by 2. So Dunn steps in on the left side. 0 for 3. Line out to third, ground out to third, and a strikeout. First pitch to Nick. Down and in, ball 1. Dunn was one of the hottest bats in this lineup all summer long. And trying to heat it back up right here with Raposo likely a base hit away from coming home. They play Nick to pull it on the infield, the left-handed batter. The 1-0. Ripped to right center field, a single for Dunn. Around third and scoring is Raposo. Nick Dunn comes through with a 2-out RBI. And it's back to a 3-run Cardinal lead, 6-3. Raposo and Dunn with 2 swings at the bat author a 2-out rally here in the 7th inning to pad that lead back out. The 2-out double by Nick Raposo and then the 2-out RBI single by Nick Dunn. They chase Bencomo from the mound. Philip Bowman going back to the San Antonio bullpen. So it's 6-3 Cardinals. Dunn is at first. With 2 down, Chandler Redmond will be swinging away against a new mission right after a quick pitching change break on the Cardinals Baseball Network. On the Missions bring in the left-hander Osvaldo Hernandez. Bottom of the 7th inning, Springfield opening it back up with a little 2-out strike. The double by Raposo that expanded the inning originally, then the 2-out RBI single by Nick Dunn. Tacking on a 6th run to the total for Springfield. They're up 6-3. And Chandler Redmond's coming to bat. 1 on and 2 away. So Redmond will face the lefty Hernandez. Third pitcher of the night for San Antonio, the 24-year-old who's out of La Habana, Cuba. At his first pitch, down and away to Chandler for ball 1. Redmond in the even stance, left side, crouch at the knees. The 1-0. Upstairs, a fastball missing for ball 2. Hernandez this year is appearing in his 35th game. He's 4-3, 4.53 ERA. Out of the San Antonio bullpen. Two 2-0 count. And a laser right to short picked out of the air by Meleon. A nice catch up the middle by Kelvin Meleon. And it closes the bottom of the 7th inning. Cardinals, though, stretch it back open to a 3-run lead with the base hit by Dunn, bringing in Raposo. 6-3 Springfield on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Top of the 8th inning, Cardinals lead it 6-3. They bring in the right-hander Connor Lunn out of the bullpen. He will take on the middle part of the lineup, the heart of the lineup, with 2, 3, and 4. Against number 35 out there, Connor Lunn. So Lunn with his second relief outing of the year. And he fires a fastball high for ball 1. Tirso Ornelas, the left-handed hitter, opening up the inning. And the pitch from Connor up and inside, ball 2. Lunn just activated off the IL. Had been starting this year. He was the Cardinals opening day starter, in fact, back in April. As the 2-0 right on the outside edge. Perfect fastball for strike 1. Lunn is 24 years old. He's out of Carlsbad, California. Played his college ball at USC. And he spins a curve just a little bit low. 3-1. 3-7 this year, 6.86 ERA. 18 outings, 17 starts. 3-1 delivery from the righty. Fouled away by Ornelas. That'll force it full, 3-2. Connor in 78 2/3 innings, 102 hits, 63 runs, 60 of them earned. 22 walks and 73 strikeouts. First year of Double-A ball for the righty. Payoff pitch for Ornelas. High fastball, and it's ball 4. So Ornelas opens up the inning with a walk. That brings up Juan Fernandez. Cardinals ahead 6-3. Top of the 8th inning on this big Friday. Final Friday home game of the regular season here at Hammons Field. Hard to believe. So here's Fernandez on the right side. He takes a breaking pitch up and in. Ball 1. Lunn made his return to the mound back on the 6th. That was Tuesday against San Antonio with an inning out of the bullpen. It's a shot foul the opposite way, 1-1. Mission's got 2 runs on 2 hits, a walk and a strikeout. Connor's prior outing had been back in August 4th, out in Corpus. 2 IL stints for Lunn this year. And finishing out the campaign, working out of the bullpen for Springfield. 1 on, nobody down here. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Lunn blown that fastball by the cut of Fernandez, who wants time after that one. So 1-2 the count for Juan Fernandez. Cardinals ahead by 3. Top of the 8th inning. Double play depth behind Lunn. Whalen holds on the runner at first. The 1-2. Up and inside, a fastball. Fernandez 0 for 3 today with a couple of Ks. But he takes outside here for ball 3. So a full count. Fernandez back in the even stance. Payoff pitch. Runner goes from first. It's launched to right center field. Flying back at full speed is Walker on the track. It drops off his glove and lands in right center. Around third, and now stopping there is Ornelas with Fernandez into second on a ball that was a long run out to right center field. Jordan got his mitt on it, but just could not quite squeeze it out there. And it puts Missions at second and third. That will bring up Yorman Rodriguez. Nobody down here in the top of the 8th inning. Rodriguez set up on the right side. The first one to him. Angles inside. It's ball number 1. There will be an E9 on that play. So the misstep on Walker on the drop fly ball. So that's a 2-base error. And a fastball is up and in. It's 2-0. Rodriguez 1 out of 3, a double and a run. He could likely bring the Missions back within a run with a base hit here. But he takes high for ball 3. .3-0 delivery. Up and in. It's ball number 4, and it's a free pass taken by Rodriguez. So the Missions have him loaded with 2 walks around an E9. That brings up the veteran Webster Rivas. Cardinal catcher Nick Raposo out to the mound. That'll bring out Darwin Marrero, the pitching coach, as well. So the first conference of the day for Springfield today. Gives us a moment to check in on that St. Louis ball game. And the Pirates ran away with it at the end. They win 8-2, tallying 4 in the 8th inning to kind of pad the lead. So Pittsburgh takes the opener up there at PNC. Cards will try to bounce back tomorrow. Our Cardinal updates are always brought to you by our good friend Caleb Cashtow with RE/MAX. Terrific RE/MAX agent, great on-field host here at Hammons Field. He was here tonight, actually. Cash could guide you through all your home buying and selling needs, and I guarantee you're going to enjoy working with him, which is important when you think about all the time you spend with your real estate agent. So get in touch with Cash today. BeBetterAgent.com, BeBetterAgent.com. 3 men on, nobody down. Webster Rivas, the 32-year-old DH, ready. First one fouled, back out of play. Rivas with a ground out that required an outstanding diving play by Robinson at third. And then he has struck out twice since then. Outfield is back deep. 0-1 breaking pitch just outside. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Chopper foul down the third base side. So the count of 1-2 for Webster Rivas. Veteran of 670 career ball games in minor league baseball. Career 260 batter. The 1-2. Fought foul as he spoils the fastball from Lund. Rivas played 52 games in AAA El Paso last year and hit .252. Played 15 games up in AAA this season, batting .283. Fouling this off to the right side again, fighting away that fastball from Lund. Rivas, prior to bumping back down to San Antonio this year, he had last played Double-A in 2019. He was in Amarillo for a little bit when the Padres had their affiliate out in Amarillo for that 1 year. As the 1-2 fouled right back to the screen this time. Rivas played 57 games in San Antonio in 2018. Hit .276 that season. He was in San Antonio for 39 games in 2017. He has been all over. This pitch is high, and it's 2-2. Spent a little time in the Angels farm system in 2016, playing in Low A, High A, and Triple A that year. And in 2015, he was still with the Dodgers, the team that signed him originally. And it was a Tulsa Driller for a bit. Swing and a miss here, though. Lund gets him with a breaking ball. And a big strikeout on the Connor Lund curve. Oh, yeah, a huge strikeout for Lund and the Cardinals, as that presents a path out of this. 3 men on, 1 away. Now Kelvin Meleon, the batter, and the Cardinals hoping for a chance at a double play. First pitch to him, a fastball high for ball 1. Meleon on the right side, 2 for 3 today. They've got Ornelas at third, Fernandez at second, Rodriguez at first, all 3 on without a hit. This is fouled back out of play, 1-1. Walks by Ornelas and Rodriguez. Fernandez reaching on the drop catch in right. Cardinals play for 2 on the infield. Whalen off the bag at first base. 1-1 from Lund. Foul the right back off the sweet level. And the count 1-2. Lund set up on the far first base side. The pitch just a little bit low, sinking out of the bottom of the zone. So it evens out at 2-2. Meleon has the average up to 264 with 2 hits today. He has gone 5 for 12 in the series. Swinging a good bat here at Hammons Field this week. Bases loaded, 1 away right here. 2-2. The curve just down and away. Good take by Meleon. That was the pitch that got Rivas a moment ago. Meleon learned that lesson by watching, though, and didn't go after it like Webster did. So the count full with no place to put him. The payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Lund fires it in. A fastball freezing Meleon, and it's back-to-back strikeouts from Connor Lund. Boy, a perfect pitch. The fastball right on the inside edge. So here's Ethan Skender. Lund is an out away from getting out of the bases loaded, no out jam. First one ripped through the right side. Skender strikes with a single. 2 runs will score. The throw cut off. They fire it to second, trying to get Skender. The tag applied. And the 3rd run won't count with the out before he came home. So 2 runs come in on the base hit by Ethan Skender. Cardinals then get him trying to go to second on the throw. And it ends the inning, but it's back to a 1-run ball game. Cardinals ahead 6-5. And they pick him up in the bottom of the 8th on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Now the mission's not going down without a fight. They strike for 2 runs in the 8th inning. Both of them end up being unearned. But they're up there on the board nonetheless, and it is a 6-5 Cardinals lead. Bottom of the 8th, Errol Robinson leads off. Osvaldo Hernandez, the lefty, back to work. Cardinals trying to find some insurance once again. And a breaking pitch down and away, ball 1. Robinson 2 out of 3 with a couple of singles today. Also has stolen a base and scored a run. And he bounces this sharply back off the side of the mound, but backed up at second by Leyba, who slings it over to first base in time. So Robinson retired, 4-3, opening up the bottom of the 8th inning. That brings up Jonah Davis, left-handed swinging left fielder, already with a 2-run home run today. Davis ready in the even stance, left side. The pitch. A fastball fired in there for strike one. Swing and a miss here on a good curve by the lefty Hernandez. 0-2. First full inning for Hernandez. He took over after Dunn's base hit that brought in what is right now the deciding run in the 7th inning. As the 0-2 pulled down the first baseline, plucked right on the line by Fernandez, and he'll take it to the bag himself. Now the Missions were playing Jonah to pull it. Juan Fernandez right on that foul line in the perfect spot for it. And able to grab it in off the dirt. Route number 2. That brings up Mike Antico. Left-handed center fielder. Antico 1 for 4 with an RBI base hit. And the pitch to Mike. Down and in for ball 1. This pitch a little bit low, 2-0. And the 2-0 to Antico, finding the inside edge. 2 balls and a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Bottom of the 8th inning, Cardinals clinging to a 1-run lead here at Hammons Field. Here comes the 2-1 for Mike. In on the inside edge. Good pitch by Hernandez, sneaking that one across for strike 2. They've got Fernandez right on the line at first base again. No doubles alignment on the infield. 2-2 pitch. Inside, Antico kind of backing out of the way of that breaking ball. So the count full, 3-2. Looming on deck is Mason Wynn, who has crushed lefties this year. The southpaw Hernandez misses outside. It's ball 4. Hernandez wanted the corner, didn't get it though. Had a good take by Antico for the 2-out walk. So that puts Mike Antico with his 61 steals this year on at first base. We'll see if the Cardinals try to run him into scoring position. Mason Wynn settles in on the right side. Wynn is 1 for 4 today. First pitch to him. Down and in, blocked well by Rodriguez. Antico was on his toes in case it skipped away far enough for him to go, but Yorman Rodriguez back there was able to keep it in the area of the right-handed batter's box. Wynn against Southpaws is batting .304, 3 home runs, 10 of his doubles, 17 runs batted in. .968 OPS against Southpaws. The 1-0, instead of throw to first base, Antico dives back. Now the way that Mike can run, if Mason could find a double here, that might be enough to bring Antico home for that insurance run. Cardinals up by 1 here in the 8th. The pitch is a little bit high. So 2-0 the count for a Wynn. Wynn singled and scored back in the opening inning. Antico at first base, 2 down. Hernandez, the lefty, set beneath the belt. 2-0. Pulled foul right off the top step. third base dugout of the Missions. So the count 2-1. Cardinals ahead 6-5 here in the bottom of the 8th. It is game 4 of this series. Springfield trying to tie up the game's count after winning yesterday. Here's the 2-1. Outside, a changeup missing from Hernandez. So it's a good hitter's count here at 3-1 for Mason Wynn. There is nobody warming down in that San Antonio bullpen. This is Hernandez's inning to try to get out of. The lefty set. The 3-1. Taken in for strike number 2 with a good fastball. Hernandez needing that strike. So a full count and 2 down. That's going to get Mike Antico a head start on the next pitch. He'll take off. Antico goes 3-2, down and away. It's ball 4. Mason Wynn works the walk. And now they've got 2 men on for Jordan Walker. And that brings out the pitching coach, Pete Zamora, to talk it over. So Wynn with a good plate appearance. Back-to-back Red Wing shoes walks here in this bottom of the 8th inning. And Hernandez appears to have injured himself as now the athletic trainer comes out. Hernandez is limping and is having a tough time even standing up straight. So Nick Coberly, the athletic trainer, is tending to the lefty, but the Missions might have to bring in a new pitcher here with Osvaldo Hernandez double over in discomfort, and they're indeed going to have to go to the bullpen. So Hernandez issuing back-to-back walks, and he's kind of grabbing around that groin area. He's going to lean on the trainer to walk off the mound. So we've got an injury pitching change, which results in as much time as the new hurler needs to get ready. It's Grant Gavin coming out of the bullpen. And he will get all of the warm-up tosses that he needs. Cardinals are trying to open the lead back up a little bit here after the back-to-back 2-out walks. Antico and Wynn taking them. Jordan Walker will be swinging away against the right-hander Grant Gavin whenever he is ready. So let's take a quick pitching change break. It's 6-5 Springfield. 2 on, 2 down. Bottom of the 8th inning, picking it back up right after this on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Missions go to the bullpen and bring in the right-hander Grant Gavin with Osvaldo Hernandez limping off the field currently with the trainer. Looks like maybe a groin pull or something of that nature. So after back-to-back walks, Hernandez will be replaced by Gavin on account of the injury. So Grant, the veteran right-hander, former Northwest Arkansas natural, will get as much time as he needs. And he is just about ready, it appears. He's 27 years old out of Parkville, Missouri. Picked in 2016 by the Royals in the 29th round out of Central Missouri. Gavin, a longtime member of the Naturals, he made his Double-A debut with Northwest Arkansas in 2018 through 21 appearances that year and went 0-1 in the Texas League, a 3.19 ERA. Then 2019, back in Northwest for the full year, 41 appearances. He went 6-4, 3.61 ERA. He spent all of 2021 in Triple-A in Omaha in the Royals system with 48 appearances, 5-3 record, 4.36 earned run average a year ago. 33 appearances in Triple-A El Paso this year. He was 5-0, a 4.85 ERA. And through his first 9 back in the Texas League, he's gone 2-0. 2.57 ERA. So really good success wherever Grant Gavin has gone. And the right-hander at Parkville will take on the Cardinals' top prospect, Jordan Walker. Waiting patiently as Gavin again gets as much time as he needs to get that arm loose, coming in for the injured Osvaldo Hernandez. A check on some Texas League scores. They are all done, of course, in the first game in Corpus. The doubleheader going 3-2, the win for the Hooks earlier today. Fifth inning in game 2 at 6-3 Midland. Top of the ninth inning in Frisco. The Driller is running away with it 9-2. Wichita is blowing away Northwest Arkansas 11-2. That game's in the bottom of the seventh up in Wichita. Arkansas is down in Amarillo, winning 7-6 in the top of the eighth. Cardinals ahead 6-5, bottom of the eighth here. 2 on, 2 down. Walker in on the right side. Gavin ready. Right-handed hurler working from the far first base side. And both runners go on the first pitch. No throw to either bag by Rodriguez. And Tico and Wynn on the first pitch move up 90 feet. They're now at third and second. It's Antico's 25th steal in Double-A. And Wynn's 23rd. So now a base hit probably brings both in. The 1-0 for Walker. Down and in. It's ball 2. Jordan singled in the first inning. They've got the outfield back deep. Two and 0 for Jordan. Broken bat bouncer to short, gloved up at short by Meleon. He fires to first and he gets Walker with the barrel of Walker's bat split right down the middle. The bat failing Jordan, and the 6-3 ground out gets out of the bottom of the eighth inning for San Antonio with 2 Cardinals left out there. It's a 6-5 Springfield lead. They're trying to nail it down in the top of the ninth inning. Next on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Top of the ninth inning at Hammons Field. It's a 1-run ball game. And the Cardinals lead it 6-5 with Andre Granillo making his Double-A debut and pointing a fastball a little bit high to Jorge Oña. So Granillo just joining Springfield from High Peoria today. The Hemet, California native. And a fastball finds the inside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. Granillo out of the University of California, Riverside. He gets strike 2 with a good off-speed pitch. Oña, Mears, and Leyba here in the top of the ninth. 8, 9, and 1. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Welcome to Double-A ball. Andre Granillo striking out his first batter to open up the ninth inning. There's 1 away. And the batter is Joshua Mears. Granillo was picked by the Cardinals in the 14th round last year out of UC Riverside. Swing and a miss here by Mears. 97 out of the right hand. Granillo wears number 25 on the back, 6'4", 230. And a tapper foul gets Mears down 0-2. Granillo started the year in Single-A Palm Beach, then went up to High-A Peoria, pitching in his 3rd level of the campaign. The 0-2. Breaking ball, called strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Andre Granillo. And there are 2 quick outs here in the ninth inning. Granillo at Peoria was 1-4, 3.63 ERA, 26 appearances. He had 5 saves. Domingo Leyba, the batter. A fastball burned in for strike number 1. And boy, Granillo's not messing around here in his Double-A debut. 0-1 for Leyba. The pitch. Taken down and in. The slider that time. 1 ball, 1 strike. This is the 51st outing in pro ball for Granillo. He's got a career 2.9 ERA. 1-1. Bending in there for strike number 2. Leyba thinking it was too low, but hung on to the bottom of the zone. And here we go in a 1-2 count. The pitch. Lifted to left center. Leyba shooting it towards the gap. Cut off by Antico quickly, but it's a 2-out single. And the Missions have a little life here in the 9th inning. A 6-5 lead for the Cardinals. Leyba able to fight that pitch off. 97-mile-per-hour heater that he took the opposite way to left center. Good piece of hitting by the veteran. Here's the left-handed batter, Tirso Ornelas. First pitch to him. Chopper foul into the Cardinal dugout. Strike number 1 for the left-handed left fielder. 0 for 3 today. 4 out of 17 on the week. Does have a walk and a run in this ball game. With Granillo peering in, he's set up on the far first base side of the rubber. Hands together. The 0-1. Outside, a changeup missing. So the count 1 ball, 1 strike. First appearance for Andre Granillo, just getting to town today. Joining the club from IA Peoria. Thrown right into the fire as the 1-1. Check swing, he can't hold up. It's a good breaking ball for strike 2. And Ornelas down to his final strike. Granillo set. The pitch. Foul back. We'll do it again. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 on, 2 down. Cardinals ahead 6-5. Granillo fires. Just outside with a breaking ball, not getting that backdoor corner. An awfully close pitch to take by Ornelas. It is 2-2. Here it is. Oh, again outside, as called by Jake Bruner, the home plate umpire. The Cardinals dugout can't believe it. That might have been strike 4, but it's a full count. Runner from first will go. 3-2. Swinging a fly ball, shallow right field. Back is Dunn, in is Walker. It's Nick Dunn to make the grab. And the Cardinals hang on to win it 6-5 here on this final Friday. Andre Granillo with his Double-A debut, his first save in the Texas League. And the Cardinals make it 2 in a row against San Antonio. 6-5 the final tonight. We'll tell you all about it in the postgame show on the Cardinals Baseball Network.